Here are 25 sentences about the culinary history of Oregon. Oregon's cuisine is deeply rooted in its agricultural bounty, with a focus on locally sourced ingredients that reflect the state's vast and varied landscape. From the coastal regions to the high desert, Oregon's diverse geography has shaped its culinary identity over time. In the late 19th century, Oregon was home to numerous Chinese immigrants who brought their own unique cooking traditions to the region. The Chinatown in Portland, established in 1885, remains one of the oldest and most vibrant Chinatowns on the West Coast. Oregon's early farmers, largely European American settlers, relied on traditional crops like wheat, oats, and barley for sustenance. The 1950s saw an influx of European immigrant families, including Irish, Italian, and Scandinavian communities who brought their own cooking customs to the region. These diverse influences are evident in Oregon's classic comfort foods, such as hearty stews and warm breads. Oregon's Native American tribes, like the Nez Perce and Cayuse, also contributed significantly to its culinary heritage through the use of medicinal plants and wild game. During World War II, Oregon's agricultural industry received a boost from the war effort, with farms producing wheat, oats, and barley for the military. The 1960s saw an increase in urban food systems, particularly in Portland, where farmers' markets began to emerge as a staple gathering place for locals. Today, Portland is renowned for its vibrant food scene, which showcases the state's commitment to local, organic produce. Oregon's love of seafood, dating back to the early days of Native American and fur trading history, has led to an emphasis on fresh salmon and other coastal catches. The Dungeness crab, introduced by Asian immigrants in the late 19th century, remains a beloved regional delicacy. In recent years, Oregon's urban food systems have seen significant growth, with farm-to-table restaurants, craft breweries, and artisanal food producers becoming increasingly popular. The city of Eugene has become particularly renowned for its thriving food scene, which reflects its history as an intellectual hub. Oregon's culinary landscape is characterized by a strong emphasis on local produce. From berries to hazelnuts, which are often used in sweet and savory preparations. Hazelnut oil, once a staple ingredient in early Oregon cuisine, remains popular today in artisanal cooking and baking applications. The Willamette Valley, known for its rich soil and long growing season, has produced some of the state's most renowned wines and craft beers. Oregon's winemaking industry dates back to the mid-19th century when European settlers began planting grapevines along the Willamette River. The introduction of Pinot Noir in the late 1800s marked a turning point in Oregon's wine culture, with producers like Dr. Henry Murrer helping establish a reputation for high-quality Pinot. Craft beer emerged as a significant trend in the 1990s, with breweries like Widmer Brothers and Deschutes pioneering the craft beer movement in Oregon. Oregon's seafood industry has experienced growth alongside its agricultural sector, particularly since the 1970s when salmon farming became a major player. Modern food trends in Oregon prioritize sustainability, organic produce, and locally sourced ingredients, reflecting the state's ongoing commitment to eco-friendly practices. In Portland, the city's annual food cart festivals celebrate the diversity of street food from across the globe. Oregon's agricultural industry remains significant, but many smaller farms are now shifting towards sustainable and regenerative practices. The state's rural communities often rely on a blend of traditional farming techniques and innovative approaches to maintaining soil health and biodiversity. Today's Oregon cuisine draws inspiration from both its indigenous heritage and cultural influences of European settlers and other immigrant groups. Oregon has become known for its love of Asian food traditions, with the city of Portland hosting an annual Chinatown festival that showcases local vendors serving authentic Szechuan dishes. Oregon is one of the top hazelnut-producing states in the nation, earning it a place on the national culinary stage alongside its berries and other agricultural products. In addition to traditional ingredients, Oregon's chefs often incorporate foraged wild mushrooms and other seasonal ingredients into their menus. Regional cuisine continues to evolve in Oregon, reflecting changing consumer preferences and food trends that prioritize sustainability and local sourcing.